Lindsey Boetsch is also with us this morning. Let's check in with her and see what she is up to today. Good day, Lindsey.
Hey, good day, mate. Yes, if it looks like I'm in Australia, it's because I am. We are looking at
Wow.
the new. Yes, I know. I've traveled
Quite the
a
jungle
very
out
long
there.
time. Huh?
I said quite the jungle out there.
I know. I traveled a very long time, or a very long distance in a short amount of time. We are learning all about Australia. There's a new exhibit at the Quincy Museum. Here's a look at my passport. We're going to go to the mangrove and the rainforest, the Great Barrier Reef, and we're also going to go to the outback. So stay tuned. It's sure to be a great way to beat the heat this summer if you're looking for something to do that's not outside.
Very nice. And it's winter right now in Australia and already tomorrow, I believe. So Lindsey Boetsch joins us now.
Yeah, she's learning all about the Aussies this morning. Good morning, Lindsey.
I come from a land down under. How was that?
That was great.
Atrocious, I know. That's okay. Yeah, we're talking about Australia. There's a new exhibit here at the Quincy Museum, and it's really, really neat. It's a great thing for your kids to do this summer to beat the heat because it is indoors. So we are talking about Australia. We're in the rainforest right now. I got my passport stamped. Barbara Wilkinson with the Quincy Museum is here explaining a little bit about the rainforest part of this.
Sure, this is our first ever traveling exhibit just for children, and we're very excited to host Impressions of Australia. So we invite you to come to the land down under and learn about the animals and the lifestyle and the cultures of Australia. And we start with the beautiful rainforest, and we invite kids to come and take a look at all the interesting and fascinating creatures that live in the rainforest.
And some of these you've probably seen before. You've probably heard of a heron or a fruit bat, but numbat, I'm pretty sure I've never heard of that before. So there's a lot of things that kids can learn. This is a fun but educational exhibit.
Absolutely. We're having a really good time doing fun things with the kids, like you can make your own boomerang here. You can play string games like the Australian children do.
Which is what we're going to do right now. We're going to learn a string game. I'm going to put my passport down. Hopefully the feds don't come get me. It is right there, though, just in case. All right, here we go. We have our string games. And this is, I used to play with this as a kid all of the time, and I kind of remembered some of the string games that I knew. But we're going to make a mosquito. So what we do is we start out with our thumb here. We wrap it around. And then you go like that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Barbara, what's next?
So you take your little fingers and you
Little
pick up
fingers,
the thread
pick up the
by your
thread.
thumb and bring it in between your thumb and your rest of your hand. Which is now going to stretch.
Oh my gosh, I've done this before too.
Okay.
Too. Okay, there we go.
There we go. And then you take your pinky and pick up these two here.
Okay,
And then you reach over the back and pick up these two
okay,
and pull it forward.
okay.
And you should have a mosquito.
And there's a mosquito flying around.
And if you were an Aborigine in the outback, you'd be telling stories. And as you get to the part about the mosquito, there he is flying around. And just like everybody, one of those awful mosquitoes, what do?
Ta-da! Okay, we're doing magic too. We've got a lot of cool stuff coming up this morning. We're learning some Australian vocabulary along with some interesting facts about the coral reef. That's all coming up later on in the show. We're going to go throw some shrimps on the bobby and catch up with you guys later.
Good. Look for Nemo there. See if you can find him, too, when you're at the coral reef.
All right, I'll make sure and look for him in Sydney, Australia?
Sydney, yeah. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby
P.
Way?
Sherman.
Wallaby.
Sister, I just watched this movie last
Wallaby
night.
Way.
It was
42
on.
Wallaby
Ask
40
Crush. Crush knows the way.
Yes, dude, get on the EAC. All right, thanks, Lindsey. 6:45, we're going to check back in with Lindsey, who's at the Quincy Museum this morning, or Australia.
Good day, Lindsey.
Good day.
Well, good day, mate. We are talking about the Australia exhibit, Impressions of Australia, which is new to the Quincy Museum. And it's the first traveling museum exhibit that you guys have had here for children. Barbara Wilkinson with the Quincy Museum is with us now. Explain a little bit about the Outback section of this display.
Well, the outback is kind of what everybody associates with Australia. There's Ayers Rock and, of course, the Aborigines who live there. And so a certain amount of the exhibit is tied to the culture of the Aborigines. So kids who come, they can not only play the string game like we played earlier, but they can see a display of replica burial poles. And these are very similar to our tombstones that we have in our cemeteries. The difference being that the Australians make these out of wood, and they decorate them with symbols and things like that that are important to the tribe or to the individual.
And behind you we have a game here that we're going to play. This is Aussie lingo, and there's a bunch of different Aussie words here, and then you have to pick what you think it is. We're going to go with this column because I know one of these is up here. We're going to go with cackleberries, and you said the kids really like this one.
They think this one is hilarious. So what you do is if you think you know what cackleberries are, you make a guess, and then you press the button, and the correct answer will light up here.
All right, so the correct answer is eggs. So next time you're asking for breakfast, you can go ahead and ask your parents for cackleberries. And also, there are two other exhibits here. One of them is the Great Barrier Reef, and the other one is the rainforest, and you get a little passport. I'm going to go ahead and stamp the outback portion of my passport, and I'm going to call this session complete.
Very cool. Safe travels back to the States, Lindsay.
Yeah, safe travels. When she gets here, probably feels a lot like Australia as well. Pretty warm.
Yes.